Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jacks, and I'm so glad that you're here. I had a really good day today, and I hope you did too. Maybe you still have more of your day left. If it hasn't been all that great so far, or if it has, I hope it just gets better. I hope the rest of your day is incredible. Today, I just want to tell you about what I've done today and how I feel about it all. The first thing I did that really made today special was waking up. I got a chance to wake up and experience a new day. I can sometimes forget that, or it just becomes so normal that I let that slip my mind. But when I really think about it, in moments like this where I'm reflecting on how the day went, I realize just how magical that is. It's magical because not everybody gets to wake up. Not everybody gets to see a new day. Some people, they have their days cut short. And so I'm just feeling really grateful that I'm not one of those people. I'm feeling grateful that I got to see a new day. I woke up and I got right to starting the day. I responded to a few messages here and there and maybe opened a notification or got to the bathroom, got dressed for the day, and then I went out to a brunch with my aunt, and it was a really great time. It was really great to just sit down, share a meal, and chat. Talk about what's going on, talk about what's coming up in the future, different interests that we have. Because unless I do it intentionally, there's a lot of people in my life that are close, but that I don't know much about, and they don't know much about me. There's actually a lot of people in my life that, well, I've spent my entire life with them, but all we ever really do is see each other at parties or shared get-togethers or trips. And very rarely is there a one-on-one sit-down situation where we get to just talk. For some people, I make it a very intentional and very important thing for me to have those moments with. And for others, I want to have those conversations with them. It's just about finding the time and the place. So that being said, it was really good to just get to talk, get to chat, get to listen. I had some very delicious Greek food, followed by some very tasty donuts. I felt good today to just indulge and let myself be happy and experience everything and just not feel bad about whether I'm exercising or not, or whether I'm eating right, because quite simply, I knew that I had a day of being with people. After I finished this brunch, I got home and ended up playing a little bit of video games. I played some Xbox because I didn't want to start anything too crazy or too time consuming. I had about an hour before I had to drive my dad to the airport. Today's the day that my dad flew out to Poland to meet up with my mom, my brother, my sister, her husband, their kid. So while they're having a blast in Poland, I'm making sure to have a blast for myself here, back home. I dropped off my dad, got home, and as I was on the way home, I made plans with another friend of mine to go on a bike ride. And I haven't been on a bike in, I have to believe, over a year, maybe a year and some change. My bike had a flat, and so as I was trying to prepare to go on this bike ride, I realized I didn't have a pump for my bike. So the start of the trip actually turned into going to the store with my friend and buying a new bike pump, pumping up those wheels, and then getting on the road. Throughout all of this, I got the chance to catch up with him. I got the chance to hear how he's been doing, share how I've been doing, talk about further plans and activities we want to do, like more rock climbing, more bike riding, and just talking about all of that made me really excited. Because for every day I have like this, where I'm more social and I see a lot of people and talk to a lot of people and make plans throughout the coming days, I have just as many days, if not way more actually, where I don't have plans, and some days I just feel really lonely. The moral is, sometimes I have these moments where I'm alone, and I embrace them, and I appreciate them, because they also help me appreciate the days when I'm not alone and I have people around. I think both are equally important. It's important to be with other people, it's important to be social, and at the same time, it's also important to be alone sometimes. It's important to enjoy yourself and learn to rely on yourself to meet your needs and to feel everything that you want to feel. Because when you teach yourself that you have everything you need within you now, it makes you more likely to follow your heart and do what you want to do and not worry so much about what other people think you should do or suggest you should do. I've heard this quote before: if you don't plan for your life, someone will plan it for you. If you're not following your own path, if you're not achieving or aiming to achieve what you want to achieve, then someone is going to tell you exactly what you should do. They'll tell you how to do it, and they'll always say it's for your own good, it's for your best interest, like they're doing it for you. But the only person that really knows who you are is you. In reality, they're doing one of two things. They're either doing something strictly for themselves, like they want you to achieve something so they get something out of it, or they're living through you. They believe they know what you're going to feel and how you're going to react, and they may want you to feel that way, but the thing is, they can't guarantee you'll feel that way. They can't guarantee you'll feel proud or excited or amazed or grateful or whatever the emotion is. If you don't have a plan of where you want to go, someone will give you a plan, and it won't be one that you like. Bits and pieces, yeah, you may like it, but at the end of the day, you know that something is missing. You know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes we just get this feeling inside of us where we know something's off. We know that we're missing something, but we don't know what it is. I think knowing what you want to do and where you want to go is a real blessing, and one that takes time to figure out. I make these videos about this all the time, but in reality, my journey was not so easy. It was not as simple as I sometimes make it out to be. In fact, it took me years to figure out what I want to do and where I want to go and who I want to see and meet, and it's all about trial and error, figuring things out for yourself, and trusting that you will figure it out. There were so many times that I could have given up. There were so many times that I could have just stopped and listened to the people around me. There's so many times I could have done it in the past, and there's so many times that I will have the chance to do that in the future, and for each of those times, I get to choose what I do. Do I believe in myself, or do I give up and let life happen to me? Let other people plan my life for me? Now believe me, advice from other people, it's still very important and very helpful many of the times. I don't want you to accept it blindly. I want you to question the advice, question where it's coming from, question what it means, question what it's going to create, what's the outcome. It's not wrong to question. It's not wrong to be curious, because sometimes you may get advice, and it might be really good advice, but by simply asking one or two questions for yourself, you're able to take that really good advice and make it really great. You just improve it a little bit so that it works better for you. You don't have to believe that it'll work better for everyone. You just know how you are. You just know how you act, how you behave, how you think, and you know that instead of turning left, if I turn right, I'll get there 5 minutes faster, right? It's about going a different direction. You know where you want to go. You know what works best for you and how to best get there, even if you can't put it into words. I know that there's somewhere inside of you that you can see it. You see this image. It may be a little fuzzy. It may be black and white. Maybe you only see 2 steps in front of you, but you believe and you know that those 2 steps are 2 steps closer to that destination, to where you want to go. So you follow it. I know that feeling really, really well. I held it for years, not knowing what I was doing, where I was going, but I did know that eventually I would figure it out. My friend earlier today, he asked me, Philip, if you don't figure this out, or if you don't get the answer you want, what's going to happen in your life? Like, what's going to change? He was asking me this with regards to when I mentioned that I was exploring an autism diagnosis. He asked me if it turns out that I had absolutely nothing to do with autism, what would that mean? And I told him that it's less so about the diagnosis, or in a more general case here, it's less so about the specific thing and more so about just this mindset, this ideal that I have that I just want to keep learning and I just want to keep growing. And I'm always looking for ways to do that. I'm always looking for ways to improve and ways to learn and ways to expand as a person. I don't always know in what ways I'll grow, in what ways I'll expand, but I know that very rarely is growth going to hurt me. Very rarely is knowing more about myself going to cause me some type of pain and suffering. Sometimes it may make me uncomfortable, and that's a good thing. It's very important not to mistake discomfort for pain. Regardless of which one it is, we can handle a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort. You just have to be willing to sit in it, to embrace it, and then to one day let it go. So anyways, I finished that bike ride with my friend, and it was incredible. We went for about 7 miles, and just being out in nature, breathing fresh air, getting to touch the grass and the trees, it really did just bring a smile to my face. Feeling the wind on my skin brought me back to some really good times. And I came home and was just thinking about all of this, and I made plans with other friends to go rock climbing this week, and maybe go to the beach and go hang out at my cousin's house and have meetings here and there. And I just have so much going on this week that I guess thinking about it just makes me really grateful because my family has left. I'm here by myself and I'm not alone. It's a good reminder and it's a good feeling that I'm not alone. I may isolate myself sometimes, but there's still people in my life. There's still people that I care about, and there's a lot of people that care about me, and I'm just really lucky for that. I appreciate everybody that's in my life, that comes across me, and everybody I'm going to meet in the future. I know that there's some really cool people coming soon, some really cool people that I get to say hi to. So until I meet them, or maybe until I meet you even, I hope you have a growth-filled journey. I know that might sound weird, but I truly love focusing on growth. It's one of my favorite needs to meet. So I hope you grow, and you grow, and you grow, and you grow until we meet. So you and I can both be the best versions of ourselves for each other. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.